Batista has two of the family on the team, but has done a great job with this Belgium lineup. Puerto Rico and the coach Gerardo Batista qualified through American Cup action. And Jennifer O'Neill, who will be back in Russia at Spartak Moscow, joined by largely Puerto Rican-based group of players. Charlie Salomon Camacho is in Argentina. There's some NCAA experience across this roster, and good NCAA experience. And Mohamed, number 24, will be here in Spain in Liga Femenina 1 with Guernica for the upcoming season. So Coach Gerardo Batista and his staff now we'll have the national anthems of both countries.
Of the two nations playing in this game. First, the national anthem.
And the first national anthem is Belgium. Anthem of Puerto Rico. Players exchange those mementos of the game, the first game for both countries in this World Cup. The colourful Belgian fans. And here's the third team on the floor with Johan Rosso, Haja Jaladri and Zudouane from France, Indonesia and China respectively. The third team on the floor. Their teamwork obviously as important as anyone else's. And there's still a question mark, Teresa, about Anne Wouters and the way they're going to try and manage her minutes and whether she'll actually play. We're going to find out in a moment, because if she's going to play, she's going to start. And that lineup, great experience from last year. So,
indeed, we've seen Anne Wouters carry Belgium cats last year in Eurobasket, and here it is. She doesn't start a game.
Well, not only does she not start, but nor does Emma Messerman either. So this shows you two things. One, well, they may have some issues, but two, how much confidence coach has in the depth of his roster.
Yeah, and we know the championship is quite long, and obviously, Ann Waters is 37 years old, so we've seen her yesterday at a practice on the bike, just getting some cardio on. So the question is, how many minutes is she able to play in today's game?
Well, the Puerto Rican roster highlighted by Jennifer O'Neill in terms of where she plays her basketball, but they have players who play and have fun. They're a really good up-tempo lineup, and they're an upset team. They can really upset a team in this competition. What Belgium hope, it's not them. There's the lineup with O'Neill at the guard spot. I think tempo is going to be so important for this lineup.
Yeah, indeed, true. It's going to be also important what defense they're going to show up today against the Belgium Cats, because they're a so well-balanced team and they're dangerous from any position.
Well, Pamela Ramon had a really very effective America Cup across the stats line. She's one of those players that really contributes in every category. And then we're going to get to see how this game is going to get played out from it. For me, it's a tempo thing. Can Puerto Rico control the glass? If they can control the glass, they have a chance against a much more physical Belgian lineup.
Yeah, indeed, but also we have to remember that Belgium has Mazeman, right? They have Ann Waters, they have Linskens, they're so strong in there, so we definitely have a point mark that depends how Puerto Rico can control that space under the rim, both ends.
If there is some issues with both Wouters and Mazeman, and they didn't appear to be anyway, and the starting lineup that you saw on the caption just appears to be incorrect, because Mazeman is definitely in the lineup. But if there is an issue over Wouters, is she going to play, is she not going to play? That's going to give a real issue for coach in terms of his rotation, in terms of his balance. Because Wouters, not just Wouters' points, is it? She brings so much more.
Yeah, she brings the experience, she brings the calmness and discipline on the court as well, even off the court, I believe so. And just to have within your roster the player like Ann Waters, that's just a pleasure for her teammates. And I'm pretty sure every single one of them looked up to her, what she achieved during all her basketball journey so far.
Well, Linskens is going to start instead of Wouters from last year. Now, Wouters has been missing for most of the prep games in terms of floor time, so this team would have played a lot of minutes without her. So this is going to be interesting to see how effective and good they are as they start their World Cup campaign. Well, welcome to Tenerife. It's the nightcap game of day one. Belgium in the red-ish uniform and black, and Puerto Rico in the white, and Puerto Rico get the first look in the half court. For me, we'll set the screen. Pull-up jump shot is off. Linskens gets a piece, and Belgium come down with it. Kim Mestag tidied things up. And you'd expect Mazeman to get touches early on. You'd expect her to get something down low, right like that. Great effort defensively by Tara Melendez, who really did come over the top. Massive undersized, but you can make up that problem and difference with effort. Linskens will turn it to the second side. Linsken off that cut, easy two.
Yeah, you want to score the first easy points just for the feeling of the game. First game of the championship. Easy play from Belgium.
Tough shot off the glass, they don't get the drop. I don't see that as a means for them to stay with Belgium. Too many tough shots, they're going to struggle.
If they want to play Belgium, they need to combine a bit as well. They need to obviously try for the fast break. And if they get 5 against 5, they need to combine a little bit, create something on the court.
Well, Mazeman gets the offensive rebound, and because it went out over the baseline, I think we're going to walk all the way to the baseline, aren't we? Or yeah. I'm not really quite sure why we're on the side there, but anyway. Roman will inbound. Gets a touch to Quinones. He pulls up, the long two is no good. Wathami can't get it to drop. Second side again for Belgium, almost automatic. They have nothing, they are going to reverse it. Linskens with a fairly weak pick. Mestag with a 3 is short. Easterman's on the glass. Nice little look inside, can't handle it. Chance to run, numbers down the floor. Off the glass for 2 is no good, and they come up empty in transition. Messy start for Puerto Rico. Mestag with 3, again just catches the iron, and Puerto Rico don't hang around. Trying to make this game a little broken. He puts it on the floor. Mendez will reverse it. 5 on the possession. Long 2, feet on the line is no good. Linskens comes down with a defensive rebound. And quite sensibly, Almond says, hey, we've had enough of this. Let's get into the half court. Let's spend some time with the ball. We've run one thing in the half court. Help from the weak side is excellent. Poor pass. And again, Puerto Rico just want to run. Referee puts it on the floor. Thinks about the step back. Makes a smart decision and moves the ball on.
That's a great intention from Puerto Rico to try to run the fast break every time they can, because they know they're quicker than the Belgium team. And on the other hand, now we see that Julie Elman slowing down the game again to prepare. They already have 2 turnovers so far in this game, and pardon, even 3. So that's quite a lot for the beginning of the game.
3 seconds, they have to take the 3. Nisman is off. And the game has no rhythm now. Belgium haven't established a rhythm. It's very scrappy. Plays like this. Belgium release, great recognition. Foul on the end of the break. O'Neal gets back. And the game has no feel, no structure, no balance, no rhythm. It's very much, it's almost like a pickup game at the YMCA.
Yeah, absolutely agree. It's, again, we're getting to it that it's first game of the championship. Both teams need to get the feeling a little bit, but so far I would have expected from Belgium a bit more of structure. We used it from Eurobasket 2017.
Eastman gets it in the block, goes to the middle, has it knocked away. It's one of those games. 4 people commit to the break here for Puerto Rico. I think he goes up with a little runner, can't get it to drop. Almond tips it, and Puerto Rico blow the bunny. And Belgium have numbers down the floor. 4-on-3 break, wide open for 3 is good.
It's been great break, great read from Meseman. She recognized that there's the paint is filled, and she just kicked the ball in the area.
Antonia Delia gets the 3. It's 5-0, and we've been playing 4 minutes, and it's a little frantic, should we say. Bethany for 3 from the corner is off, and at the moment there's a lid on that Belgian basket. Almond leaves the break.
I think Belgium needs to really focus to keep up their style of the game and not adjust and play the game of Puerto Rico right now.
Oh, it's a block. Whether he got up, and Messman was a little off balance, just couldn't get it away. A little runner in the lane is no good. Puerto Rico scrapping for absolutely everything.
Like, I haven't seen it in a long time running fast break, like 1 meter ahead of each other in the same line.
But the whistle, Linskens is going to be charged with the personal.
Which is unnecessarily. Look at the body composition of Linskens, and on the other hand, Pamela, the point guard, Pamela Rosado Roman. It's like, we should just let her know, not in my house, not to put the hands down on the ball.
Tried to get a piece on the dribble as opposed to trying to challenge the shot. Puerto Rico are going to rotate players to try and play at this pace the whole game. Yeah, they're going to try and keep it quick. And even though they haven't scored yet, they've been at the ring 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, they definitely play something similar, as you mentioned before, as a pickup game. It has no structure. Whoever is open, they're going to go for it. And that's why I said Belgium needs to really stay focused and disciplined and stick to their game plan, not to really get forced by the style of Puerto Rico to run something where they don't want.
Well, Puerto Rico make 3 substitutions in the same phase. Belgium, we've seen already in this competition, teams running structured breaks have always been effective. Belgium at the moment can run if they want to, but they've got to be organised. Caporal goes down low. Newsman looks to the weak side, lines up the three, it's good. Villiers has back-to-back threes, she goes to 6 personal. Belgium have an 8-1 advantage.
That's a great bumping from Belgian defense. No one's gonna run easy through the paint.
Oh, the tough shot is missed, but great work on the glass, but they missed the putback. Anushka Maldonado, you could say maybe should have pulled it out. Almond, turnover, all a little bit overly forced.
Yeah, just a little move from Delara on that three-point line to change the angle so Van Loo can see her on that three-point line again. Try to knock that shot. She's two out of 2, so why not?
It's Newsman's going to sit and she's. And you can understand why she's reacting in the way she is, because this is not the way Belgium play. Belgium don't play in a style that is loose as this. This is a very loose way of playing the game, and they don't look very comfortable with it at the moment at all. Camacho to the corner, wide open for 3 is long, and they just literally cannot buy a field goal. Van Loo goes down low. Well, they look skip pass, attack the closeout. Yeah, he's fouled.
On the skip pass, as a defender, you want to close out to allow player go to the middle and create. And Delara really used that bad defensive position of Jasmine Petmik.
Van Loo, feet set for 3, is short, never looked like she was underneath it. Great work on the glass. And Caporal has it, needs to go inside. Iskins with a little lean is no good. Camacho in transition. Bethany puts it on the floor, inside out.
Another situation when the player penetrates on the baseline, you want someone in the corner, and the rest needs to adjust the position so the player who's penetrating can see them for their open shot.
Caporal takes the pull screen. The far side of the ring is blocked, and they're off and running again. There is only one way this team plays. Jones has it, gives it up. Camacho gets in the lane. Shows a handle, should we say. Jones gets it to the roll. He attacks the closeout, gets the bad miss again. The roll, gives it up. Van Loo lines up the 3, drops it. And 2:54 on the clock. Belgium go to an 11-1 advantage without playing well. They've shot the ball in transition a couple of times, and apart from that, it's been a messy first quarter.
It absolutely was, and that's what we said at the beginning. It's going to be about like how disciplined Belgium's going to be offensively and defensively, because Puerto Rico so far just takes anything they think is open. It's just, yeah, they're missing some open layouts, but it has no structure. It's unreadable kind of in terms of what they're trying to achieve offensively. And defensively, they're trying to just make it uncomfortable for Belgium to try to get them off their positioning. And it worked this first quarter because they forced Belgium into 5 turnovers so far, and it's been under 7 minutes in this game.
It's 0 for 14 stats for Puerto Rico. When you're a coach and you're lying there and you can't sleep at night and you are having a nightmare, this is what it looks like. 0 for 14, and the vast majority of those 14 shots, a lot of them have been at the ring. You know, they've penetrated, they've got to the ring, they've got good looks. The last one, in particular from Oathime, 188. She's an LF1 player in Spain, gets all the way to the ring on a closeout and just blows a layup. Yeah, you've got to think that they don't become bad players overnight, so they're not going to keep missing. I think they just need one to drop. If they get one to drop, then all of a sudden the lid's off the ring and everybody's happy.
Yeah, just hope for Puerto Rico because to score 1 point in 7 minutes of the game.
I hope for us. Here's Camacho. Run a well-executed set. Get a good shot. Camacho crosses over. He's blocked. That's not exactly what was supposed to happen. Well, in transition, looks for options. Riesemann has it back in the game. She'll go pick and roll, and she's got a massive size advantage down low. And the official has to call the foul because she was just being manhandled.
But credit to her, she really didn't allow Measurement to roll down. And obviously now, that's the question, yeah, she was a bit using too much her hands, but positioning-wise, she was there. It's just, once you're guarding a player like Measurement and you're in the size as she is, you need to foul.
See, that's out of a timeout. I can't think coach would have said, right, we're going to run a play where you penetrate against Measurement in the keyway at all. And they had time left on the shot clock. So anyway, let's hope they can sort this out. Perez, that weaponry is off again. Malu, they'll stop. Trout is coming. Measurement, little floater for two.
This has been great patience from Kim Misdag. She recognizes 2-on-2 and why not to wait for the trialer. And if you have a Measurement as that player, yes, that's definitely must go.
And that's that organised break. That's what Belgium really want to get back to, some organised options. Little curl on the screen. With me in the lane here. It's going to take a tough fadeaway and doesn't get the drop. Great work on the glass. Jones going back up. She doesn't get it to drop either. Now we have played 8.5 minutes and Puerto Rico is still to make a field goal. The three is gone and drops. Stag gets the drop. 16-1. Well, it's never over as such, and there's so much time in the game, but the nightmare continues for Puerto Rico. Camacho gets to the glass, gets the drop. Standing ovation from the commentary positions. Camacho gets to 2, and it's 3-16. Van Loo will take the ball screen. Riesemann rolls, gets it, extra pass, beautiful. Credit the ball movement. Raman just kept moving as she saw the play develop. And Belgium clicking into gear. Camacho, the only person to score for Puerto Rico from the field.
Can't believe you're saying that, Mark.
Going baseline, great defense. Chaparral just stayed in stance. Any kids, young people watching this game, that's how you play on-ball defense. Forget about the various levels of either player. Right, as Dashali Salama will put it on the floor, she was not going to get past. Tremendous defensive effort. Alison Gibson checks in, turnover. Van Loo with no numbers yet. Now they arrive. Measurement looks to the weak side, and Salomon has it again. They'll look to hold for the last shot. Salomon is fouled because Belgium had 3 to give. I would question the ability, the attempt to play the ball myself, but Kim Mestek takes one for the team. 7 seconds on the quarter. Salomon puts it on the floor, gets to the far side of the ring, has it knocked away. Measurement from the halfway line, Sherbo gets set, they get it away, it's no good. And after a frantic 3 or 4 minutes at the beginning of the quarter, Belgium re-established some sense to their performance and closed the quarter to lead it 18-3. That's a super performance in the last 5 minutes of that quarter by Belgium. Real problems for Puerto Rico.
This especially.
statistics for this game are there for you to see. 6 and 0%. Really don't have to know anything else. Let's just say Puerto Rico scored 1 field goal. But if you want stats on any of the games going on, if you want up-to-date information, all the news, check out the Women's World Cup app. You can download it from your normal sources. Get involved. Just tweets and views. If you're a Puerto Rican fan, get on there and just beg for a basket. Because Teresa, that, if you, as I said in commentary, if you are Coach Gerardo Batista and you go home tonight and you think about that first quarter, you will not sleep.
Definitely won't get any sleep from that. To shoot 1 out of 20, this is a crazy number. And as you mentioned, 1 field goal during the first quarter. I don't know, I just really pray that Puerto Rico is going to find some structure and some confidence into their shots, because they ended up with some decent positions at times, but I just feel like the shot doesn't matter. They need to focus fully into the laying the ball in when they're closer to the hoop and focusing on the shot flowing through when they a bit mid-range level.
Well, at least half those shots, Teresa, were makeable, wide open at the ring shots. So it's not, it's not necessarily what they're trying to get. It's just making shots. Pressure is extended. That's the way to deal with some problems, is to get out there and play defense. Miesemann to the far side of the ring, can't get the right hand hook to drop. And again, Puerto Rico in transition, stop and fire the long 2. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure if that's the way to get back in this game. Chavarro gets in the lane. Whoa. Oh, watch out!
Yeah, we gotta watch Caprio, because last year in Eurobasket she had some excellent move and passes and the vision on the court. I'm really, for me, myself, I'd love to watch her play, because she knows. She just plays for her teammates.
Miesemann holds in a rebound. Here's Chavarro again. There's a Puerto Rican defender that took that fake that's still at the other end of the floor. Miesemann tries to seal off, gets it. This is going in. Off the glass for 2.
Way too easy. You can't stay behind Miesemann. Just allow her to receive the ball into the position right under the ring.
I'm a little bit surprised that Alison Gibson's on the floor. When we watched practice yesterday, her thigh is so heavily strapped that she took no part in practice. And Roman can't get it to drop. Another 2-foot shot that had no challenge on it, couldn't make it. Chavarro needs a pass, finds one.
Well, back to Alison Gibson.
Oh, beautiful slip.
Oh, that was great.
Timeout, Puerto Rico. Miesemann puts a clinic on. Puerto Rico want to talk it over.
Absolutely, and back to Alison Gibson, you said, yeah, we quite surprised to see her, because she didn't really practice much yesterday, but it's a World Cup, when else do you want to take a part over the injury than on the World Cup? They probably know that it's such achievement for them to be at this tournament, so you wanna be part of it.
Well, they've actually taken more field goals than Belgium, 1 from 23. Okay, they would have picked up some offensive rebounds. But 1 for 23.
Yeah, and 0 assists says a lot as well. That means that there's no structure, no cooperation of the players in the court. It's just whoever is open, they either penetrate or take a pull-up shot.
Well, Belgium with a lot of defensive rebounds, because there's been a lot of missed shots, 18. This is when your leaders need to step up. This is when your experienced players say, hey, look, we've had the worst 12 minutes of basketball we've ever had. We cannot play this badly for the next 28 minutes. We are going to get back in this game. Let's just do what we do. And let's not try and get crazy. Let's not get to the point where one of us is trying to win the game on their own or get back in the game. Let's do it as a group. That's going to be the test and the challenge for them as a team right now. And Pamela Roman gets him into the half court. Maybe get everybody a touch. Just see if you can get an easy option. O'Neal, Gibson, who does look a little inhibited by that thigh. Another turnover for Puerto Rico. 24-3, 21-point margin. Ball's reversed. Mestag moves it on. Lanskins can't make the long two. If it stays like this, I do not think those fans of the legend, the living legend that Dan Valdez is going to be disappointed. I don't see her stepping on the floor at all today.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Mark. It doesn't seem like, even after that yesterday's practice, not taking part in it. Games like this, you want to save her.
Mesdag, little give and go, into the corner to the sister for three. Mesdag to Mesdag, and the three is good. Practice that in the garden at home as well, probably. Roman moves it on. Gibson outside the three, fires it up. That's like, I haven't taken a shot for a while, that's my turn. And that's where they don't want to get to.
And she was the most valuable player of her team at FIBA Women's America Cup 2017, so you would expect her to take a bit of leadership within the group. As we say, she's not in the rhythm, obviously, thanks to that injury.
Well, they make 4 changes. They leave Roman on the floor and take all the other 4 off. Coach Batista is just desperately looking for an option. Mesdag. Lenskins shows the screen. She turns it down. Nice slip. Just no pace on the pass. That doesn't look good. That's okay. Looked like she may have banged her head in that sort of collision, but looks like Yasmon Wathme is okay. Jogs down the floor.
And hopefully our cameraman is okay as well on the baseline.
Happens to him all the time. Nice fall.
Used to.
He stayed filming though.
It's a non-risky job for sure out there.
It's very professional. He didn't turn the camera off. Just got the whole thing. Ball screen action. Roman stops and pops. It doesn't look like a shot she thinks she's going to make. Lenskins handles it. Shows those point guard skills for the big. Here's Van Loo. Sorry, Judy Armand.
Not sure very much right now if she shouldn't pass that ball to Delara right next to her, who already hit threes in this game. 2-2. You want to give her the ball again.
Gonzalez. Wathme puts it on the floor. Goes up. Back to the right hand. Can't get it away. Lenskins is on the floor. Great effort. Got rid of it before she traveled as well. Watch out.
Yay!
There's a team out there enjoying themselves, and it's not the one in white, because this Belgian team now, 30-3. Turnover. And it's more than now a nightmare. It's becoming an absolute disaster for Puerto Rico. Lenskins seals off, gets it back, and one. If there is something that can go wrong for Puerto Rico in this game, they are actually sampling everything. The loose ball is scrambled back, great effort. Who does it fall to? Lenskins. She goes up, it's an and-one play. More substitutions as Coach Batista desperately looks for a solution. And as crazy as this might sound, because of the way they play, they could probably go out and score in a hurry.
I think whoever player Coach Batista putting on, they still don't play that structured basketball. So he's trying to find the perfect group on the court right now. I think it's more about knowing what you want to play offensively.
Gets it over to Wathme, going baseline. Help comes, needs a pass, finds one. Roman puts it on the floor, breaks the defense down, stops and pops a tough one. Every shot is a tough one at the moment. And Belgium, being Belgium, will now try and turn the screw even tighter. They'll keep the level, they'll be pushing, they will not think, oh, hey, we're okay. Action away from the ball. Mesdag gets the screen, squares, has a look, got a whistle on a hold away from the basketball.
Yolanda Jones just picked up her foul. She was struggling with some injury yesterday at training as well. She didn't take apart her ankle.
Absolutely. She didn't get up, did she? Let her take part. She sat for the whole of practice.
Yeah. And she's definitely one of the older players, 34 of the group. So in that age, you you need to look after your body, but you can see that she has no dynamic on her feet right now, thanks to that injury.
Almond gets it to the corner. Looked like there was some contact after the release, but no call, as Antonia Delaria was hoping to make the third three. The three is gone and way off. Great work on the glass. Weatherby gets an offensive rebound. Does she get rewarded for it? Salaman has it. Little baseline penetration to a runner is no good. Why not take the shot with your feet set? If you're going to shoot it, why not? Why do you want to make it more complicated? So easy from here.
Why to make it more complicated? Because you Mark said that already. Whatever is not right for Puerto Rico. They taking it seriously. It doesn't work for them today at all. And
blocking foul, and that'll be Puerto Rico in the penalty for the next foul. Still 4:10 to go in the half.
And it seems like Belgium a bit adjusted now to that scrappy game from Puerto Rico, and they're starting to stick to their game plan, to their offense, what they used to. Really combine, seeing each other, moving.
Miesman is fouled. I have no idea at all why Yasmin Ouathame thinks this is not a foul. Miesman goes baseline, she reaches, she shrugs her head, and it's just a frustration. So Miesman's gone. How is that not a foul? You know, all the way across the body.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't think it was necessarily a foul because Miesman was behind the board. She didn't even look to score. But definitely, that's quite obvious foul.
Emma Miesman on the free throw line. Even the Belgian fans are almost looking a little disappointed. They were here for a game. Trap, gets out of the trap really well. Gonzalez stops, fires up to two, can't get the drop. Matthews on the glass. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Antonia Delaire. Salomon not even close. Miesman pulls it down. Van-Loo has it, goes cross court, and Alman has it. Miesman just becomes the reverser. Van-Loo stops and pops and knocks it down. There's probably like lots of statisticians now reaching for the stats book to see what is the lowest half of basketball score in a World Cup.
I think we are definitely far away from a record.
I don't think we even have to look. There must be things here of lowest points and biggest margins. There must be something in those realms that there are various statisticians that someone will tell us. Bradley picks up a third foul. It goes from bad to worse in terms of foul count now.
Well, I think it gets definitely to worse because Whitney was one of the players who at least was grabbing some rebounds, and she was trying to create offensively and you know, be dangerous a little bit.
When does there's a point in a professional player, regardless of the circumstance that you're faced with, that your personal pride kicks in here. Now, and Puerto Rico are going to have to either really commit to whatever coach is asking them to do. They're going to have to try to find a way to get stops, maybe steals, to get easy shots in transition. But at this point in time, there is nothing that you can point to, apart from the fact that they have got to the ring a few times and just blown easy shots. And Belgium are going to now extend the defense. They're going to trap and challenge this Puerto Rican team to make a play. Salomon goes inside. Jones gets it really deep, goes up. She's blocked. Weatherby gets it inside, outside. Salomon puts it on the floor. 5 on the possession. Deep catch. Yolanda Jones going up is blocked. And it's just, there is no way through that Belgian defense. Lou doesn't get it to drop. Alman, look away past Miesman, inside out. They have another go for the three-point line. And put it in the book. 42-3.
Yeah, I would almost call it as a practice for Belgium team right now. They're trying different strategies defensively. They get some good shots. Yeah.
Off the ball.
Off the ball, screen, yep. from Yolanda Jones.
Yeah, that's the one thing they can't do. They can't lose their composure here. They're going to be frustrated.
And another player with the 3 personal fouls.
Harriet Belobi checks in, so everybody's coming off that Belgian bench already. We're in the first half still. And you can't expect Belgium to let up. They're here to do well in the World Cup, so they're not going to make a bad habit here. They're going to be sharp, and they're still going to try and execute.
Yeah, and that's what we pointed out at the beginning. They can't adjust to the game. Oh, Mandel's on fire! It's such a danger thing if you have a really good long-range shots and you also have a madman under the rim. So very hard for Puerto Rico to guard it.
They could go pointless in this quarter. Ball's knocked away. And on top of everything else, Cabarro's now saying, hey, let's slow down. Let's just run something. Let's get a good shot.
Yeah, let's prepare. Let's pass.
Oh, they get the back screen and they got the foul with 2 shots. Now, from where we're sitting, we can see the back screen action. Someone could have said switch. Someone could have bumped it, ridden it, done anything.
And bet on it, we would hear it for sure. He's sitting that close that we would know, but there's no communication, nothing.
I almost shouted. Screen, switch from here.
So far 27-0 in this quarter for Belgian team.
Well, whatever record was broken in the first quarter, I think the second quarter is going to break that.
That's still 1 minute 19 to go, so let's hope that one shot's going to go in for Puerto Rico.
Elena Hueles, who plays basketball in Bembray here in Spain. 3 from the corner, just about scrapes the back of the ring. Got a whistle on the play. We're going to walk the floor for 2 throws as Anushka Maldonado gets called for the reach. In fact, they called it on Tyra Melendez. Hey, in many ways, Coach Philip Mestag has got a hard locker room halftime talk, because what does he say? Hey guys, you know, we're up 47-3, and you know, there will be the stuff about keep playing and whatever else, but he's almost got a harder job than Coach Batista, who's obviously, well, his halftime talk is already scripted.
Yeah, it's hard.
Perez makes the pass, the shot's up. The cameraman is looking for some interesting angles now on the play.
Yeah, I think right now the Piñas blocked her teammate.
Belobi's going to walk the floor. And there's the one man in the gym you don't want to be right now. There are coaches in this gym who are feeling for Gerardo Batista. And Belobi's on the free throw line. She gets her first World Cup points. And that's the thing, you know, national team basketball, you're going to go down to your 12th player. They're going to come in and want to play. And they're very good because you're in it's a national team game. Foul line jump shot. It's good. Quinones gets the 2. It's a 43-point margin. Belobi's going to hand it off. Is off. Chance of back-to-back hoops here. Mid-court foul. They're going to call. No. Actually, it was, but so was the other foul earlier on, and that's an unsportsmanlike foul because it's 48-5. I'm sorry to say, because they missed one earlier on in exactly the same set of circumstances.
I'd love to see this repetition. Seriously.
Well, if we're getting really strict. She had no chance of getting the ball.
Yeah, no, it was quite visible.
You know, it's an unsportsmanlike foul, correct? But Puerto Rico did the same thing. Or there was a foul mid-court on the earlier in the game, same thing. So we got 19.8 chance to close this to a 40-point game. And that's success for Puerto Rico in terms of where this game was.
Yeah,
and I'm not being patronising. They were down 45. Trying to get the 2 off the glass, can't get it to drop. And they've given Belgium a chance with 5 seconds on the clock. And they just throw it straight away. From the 3-point line is no good. And the statisticians are running for the books to check out the lowest halftime score in a World Cup. Because Puerto Rico have been initially just had one of those first quarters, and then it just went from bad to worse. And Belgium lead 48-6. I'll just say that again, it's 48-6. You don't want, if you're a Puerto Rican fan, you do not want to see 6% from the 2-point range, 0%. You're being out-rebounded 33-19, 16 assists. It is a nightmare, an absolute nightmare for Belgium. Hey, but give some credit to Belgium. They came and did a professional job, played very, very well after a very messy start. And they lead 48-6. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes. And let's hope Puerto Rico come out of that locker room and play with the pride that I know they have and put in a performance that shows the level, because that is not the level they're at. They've just had a nightmare, and I'm sure in the second half they're going to come back with an improved performance. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. welcome back. You join us as we're checking out some highlights of Belgium scoring in that first half. And let's put this into some context, Teresa. Like this Puerto Rican team, as we get Nizaman, who's one basket away from yet another double-double in international competition. Puerto Rico qualified as of right from the America's Cup. They put together a string of performances in that competition and they qualified for the World Cup. We saw them practice yesterday and they had some injury issues on the side, but we saw a practice that we knew this was going to be a tough competition, and then we've just watched them and getting ready to play. They are not a 6-point-and-a-half team.
They're definitely not. When you even see them now shooting around, it shows you that they do have at least some shooting skills. They're knocking shots, but when they get into the game, they weren't able to hit anything, not even the simple, easy shots.
And now they're in a situation where they're down 42 points at the half. Now, any sports person, a basketball person in particular, you're going to be in a difficult scenario because coach here is drawing up plays and they're going to try and run something. You would hope he's got to get the result or the margin away from them. And then they're going to try and focus on being better in the second half because he's got 2 more games. And if we're right and they're not a 6-point-and-a-half team, then who knows? Basketball's a crazy game sometimes.
Yeah, indeed. They need to definitely mentally reset and pretend it's the new game that they're stepping into, because this could kill you mentally, knowing that you only scored 6 points. And seriously, the ability of the players looks more than what they showed. So I hope they're going to just step up right now with a complete new performance compared to what they've showed so far.
And the other thing is that you can, and I was going to leave this to the last before we start this third period, you're playing for your country. So you're representing every person that plays basketball in Puerto Rico. And that's a basketball crazy place. And they're going to be feeling this in Puerto Rico right now because it's a basketball crazy place that knows these players well and knows these players are better than that. So there's so many things pulling for them. You've got to hope that's where the coach was at halftime. But we're on the way. Pamela Roman gets him into the half court. Melendez will come high. And Wathamy moves it. And they still take a step back too, but knock it down. Jennifer O'Neill, who doesn't play a basketball in Russia because she can't play, knocks down the 2.
Exactly. Let's wait a couple more possessions. If the Puerto Rico is going to show up as a completely different team than we've seen first. Oh, that's Delare again. Delare
is the same player that made the 3s in the first half. And that's the other thing for Belgium. There's a test now of performance because they're in a place now where they've got to carry on performing and they can't look at the score either, otherwise they'll get sloppy.
Absolutely, and that takes discipline just to forget it. They need to fully focus on their game plan, their strategy, what they want to do, and they're taking it obviously as a little practice. We've seen some changes in defenses, and it's not easy to play games like this.
No, not at all. Lenskens puts it on the floor. I don't really know what else.
This could be then not charge.
Being honest, I don't know what else she can do. She was in position outside the charge circle. They just barreled her over.
And now we're finally seeing some system in offense of Puerto Rico.
Anthony puts it on the floor, goes baseline, creates an angle, takes a tough one for 2.
New team, new half. Shame that it's not new game yet.
Yeah, same you're not in a 3 or a 5 or a 7-game series. Little lob to Mason and she blows it. Chance to run the other way. They have numbers down the floor. That's probably the worst shot they've taken in the break, and they knock it down. Pamela Roman.
They maybe changed the ball.
Yeah, maybe. I think they just changed the end. They're playing downwind now. The 3's gone. Mushtag is long. Good box out.
Yeah.
Give it up, wide open layup, turn it down, just hangs on to the basketball. Now they've got people down the floor. For the three is a little short, but Tyra Melendez will collect. She's helped out by Quinones. Oh, little look away by O'Neal. Doesn't get the drop, but will go to the free throw line. Jennifer O'Neal.
There's been great hesitation from her just to wait what the defense gonna do. Use the slight delay in defense of.
Well, you've got to take your hat off to them at the moment in that they've come out of the locker room and they've almost looked like they've put the score out of their mind. So O'Neal's got to keep the scoreboard ticking over though from the line. It won't take much for them to get back into the malaise that they were in that first half. O'Neal, 2 for 2 from the line. They just scored more points than they did in the half.
Yeah, within 2.5 minutes of the third quarter.
Linskins is blocked as she's going up as Melendez tried to help but was late. Someone's going to help Melendez here because she comes across but she's late, and if she comes across in stance she has a chance, but she's standing up and she gets contact, so it looks a foul. Linskins on the free throw line, knocks down the first. Two for 2 from the line. Same thing here, Belgium have come out very professionally at the start of this third quarter. O'Neal needs a pass but travels.
Yeah, that's been great stuff from Linskins.
And Linskins does a great job in transition there.
Yep.
She shot the throws, she has to guard the big, doesn't reach. As a big, she went down the floor really well.
I can definitely agree, and she stepped up compared to last year's basket. Obviously, when you have Ann Walters playing next to you, you don't get too much space. She's taking it with the full responsibility.
Van Loo penetrates, draws some contact from Melendez, who's picked up a couple of quick ones, goes to 3 personal. Melendez has just got to say, I play a bad defense, I don't need to reach on that one. Almond moves it back. Travel call. Antonia Valeri. There you go. She shuffles that pivot foot. Quinones thinks about the three. Wisely decides not to shoot it. Wethany decides to shoot it. Miesemann just is bigger than anyone else around her. Comes down with a defensive rebound. Oh, a quick attack. Was looking to kick to the corner. Will still stay with the Belgian Cats.
You can see how comfortable Belgium is smiling at each other instead of blaming each other for the mistakes. It's been just a little bounce pass with this open look.
Melendez will sit for Puerto Rico. Linskins finds Miesemann just above the foul line. And there's another double-double in international basketball for Emma Miesemann.
I always love to see two bigs to cooperate on the court, playing high-low, seeing each other. That could be such a danger gun for teams.
O'Neal has it knocked away. Ball will stay with Puerto Rico. 5 seconds on the possession. Clock ran on a little, but no one on the other side of the floor seems perturbed by it. Miesemann's going to sit. Not sure how many more minutes we'll see of Emma Miesemann now. But again, you're in tournament play. You want to keep the same rhythm and rotations. Turnover, 3-on-1 break. Belgium just have to find the open Van Loo's the open person.
She's feeling it today.
Broke the three for fun.
Coming off the bench and straight away hit 3. That shows a lot of confidence. 67% from threes from Van Loo.
It's just, again, it's I'm one of those people that, you know, if you're open and you're shooting, you should be making shots. Otherwise, you shouldn't be shooting it. It just sounds obvious, but when you're under pressure, your percentage will drop. If you're open, you've got to be making those types of numbers. Otherwise, your coach is not going to want you to shoot it.
Indeed, and there's no pressure on Belgium team in this game. So they all can boost their confidence in terms of shoots and feeling comfortable on the court. And as you mentioned earlier, that the coach Mestak playing his key players quite a lot of minutes even in this game, because it's such important to keep up that rhythm. And I think he's fully aware of it, that if he's gonna just put the bench players, he needs his key players to get it on together.
You know, this format for the World Cup is not a long one where you can work yourself into things. This is where you are reliant upon coming here ready to play and your players ready to perform and being used to the rotations. You don't really want to change that feel. They've had good preparation, Belgium, so they're in a good place.
Yeah, and all teams had their prep, and the time of the year this championship is happening, all players are ready to play, so no need to save their energy right now for this short championship.
60-14, just say that again, just in case you missed the first half. 60-14, Belgium in control, but much better for Puerto Rico in the second half so far. Ramon comes off the screen, needs a pass, finds one. The three is gone, is off. And Belgium have a chance to run again. Van Loo gets it back, has a look at her options. After the way she struck the last three, I'd be looking to put the next one up.
Absolutely. I think she heard you now,
there
Mark.
She is. She's long on that one. Chance to run for Puerto Rico, and you've got to give them some credit here. They're committing to this in the second half. Jones, little crossover, tries to get to the hoop. She can't. She kicks it. The long two is off. Jones on the glass, doing a great job, but can't get the ball away. In fact, it wasn't Jones. It was Wathame, or Wathame. And the referees have consulted and have come down on the fact that the ball should stay with Puerto Rico. We're in Santa Cruz in Tenerife, beautiful part of the world. Lovely place to get some winter sunshine. They shoot the three, it's good on the buzzer. And O'Neal finally gets some offensive rhythm going. Four and a half to go in the third. Fortunately, it's gone very quickly this quarter, a lot of activity. Tempo to the game, good ball movement. Belgium ship it to the third side, and there's a foul on the penetration. Capro.
There's been quite traffic in that paint. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, not sure why she went in there. You can see 3 white shirts and 1 red one. That normally gives you a clue that maybe it's not the penetration option.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that Caprio didn't read it well, because she's normally the player who really reads the floor well.
Mestak will. Caprio puts it on the floor. Plenty of time. 8 on the shot clock. Nice pass.
And again, that's that look from Linsken.
Big to big. Yeah, you're right. Big to big. It's so good to see.
And she always receives the ball, and first what she does is to see her big teammate, if she's open or not. That's beautiful.
Puerto Rico hit the second side. Look inside. Got a whistle away from the basketball.
Seems to be a bit frustrated right now with the official.
Full day of action tomorrow in this Women's World Cup. Check the schedules. There's some great matchups tomorrow. Wathame gets the 2 away, is long. She just can't buy one. Caparoo will push. Gets into the lane, a little behind the back action. Lenskit again, you love it. You gotta love it.
All day long, beautiful.
Tremendous cut, tremendous pass. Rahman gets the 2.
And the timing is just right for everything. They just move the ball well, they see each other. No one is playing really selfishly. They share the ball well. Great timing of Rahman to cut behind the back of the defense again.
This team has so much continuity in it, Belgium. 5 of these players were in the same generation of age group teams. Miesum's age group team was so successful. We've got a little bit of veteran on top of that, and then we've got some players who've looked at that age group and wanted to emulate it. So it's becoming a very good system with the Belgian Cats at the moment. Far side of the ring, tough shot, doesn't drop. Miesum in transition, just keeps the ball moving. If you pass on this team with your hands up, you're going to get it. Whatever you do, don't cut with your hands down because you might hit you. The long 3 is gone. Mesdag doesn't get the drop. Ball's kept alive. Chaparral has another look. Well, tried to go a little cute with the pass. Nice find, extra pass. You have to put this one up. Chaparral gets it away. Hits nothing. Chance for Puerto Rico in transition. But they just throw it out of bounds.
Not happy face at all. No, hit me. Off the course, shooting 1 out of 10.
64 to 16. It's been an improvement for Puerto Rico, but nowhere near what they would want it to be. Miesman wants it in the post. They turn it down. Then they drop it into her. Goes to the left hand. Goes to the fadeaway jump shot. One of the sweetest bigs in European and world basketball. So much great touch, great floor presence. Almost a turnover. Salaman almost came up with it. Chaparral gets him into the half court. Van Loo will hand off. They're going to go pick and roll high. Chaparral breaks the defense down. Not really sure that, I love the behind the back stuff. Not sure, in fact, by doing it that time, she lost the chance to pass.
I think it's a bit too much dribble right now.
Yep.
From Caprio. There's no needed in this situation. They just move the ball so well, so just flash into open positions and move.
Well, they go high-low again. It's a little bit of a clinic in terms of how to pass the ball from big to big. Miesman goes to 14 points. Salaman drops the bounce pass. Ramon has nowhere to go. Almost stolen. Chaparral almost takes the referee out. How disappointing would that be? The referee gets injured in the first game.
Or brought into the fast break.
Yeah, clash with a player. All that way to do half a game. Salaman in the lane is blocked.
And again, they're always going to go under Mesman's hands.
Great work on the offensive boards, but they don't get it. Belgium have a chance to run in the last minute of the third. Fire it up, and it's short this time. Great work on the glass. Miesman keeps it alive. Chaparral looks long, inside, beautiful. Nice touch pass. That's how to pass the basketball, but you've got to take the shot though. Miesman puts it on the floor, is feeling some contact, and it's all a little bit too much for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and we've said earlier that Caprio doesn't need to dribble the ball, but now someone needs to shoot that ball when the ball movement's happening. It was excellent ball movement, but no one wanted to take that responsibility.
Placido picks up the personal. Got a 52-point margin. Chaparral wraps it around. Miesemann is the recipient. Keep your hands up, you will receive a pass. Nice look.
To be honest, it's Miesemann's movement makes it look so easy as well, but her timing of the cuts and everything just stands out.
It's all one-on-one, it's all tough shots, and Puerto Rico, well, the one thing we said yesterday when we watched them practice is that they did put it on the floor a bit, they did want to play one-on-one. And when you're playing against defenders who, a large percentage of this Belgium team play European club competition. Miesemann has played in Ekaterinburg for a number of seasons now, as well as being in the NBA. You got Valdez, who hasn't even had to get her top off. She's sitting there with a warm-up shirt on, towel around the neck, saying, this is good.
I think she's enjoying watching her teammates
because of the effort she has put into growing the game in Belgium and representing. She's now looking at a team that, you know, she's got to take some of the credit in terms of
influence
carrying Belgian basketball and being an influence. And now she's putting that influence on the floor with these guys. Miesemann lines up the three, is short. Great work on the glass. Yana Rahman finishes the third quarter with the offensive rebound.
And she's almost double-double. She has 8 rebounds and 8 points. Only played 19 minutes so far in this game.
72 to 18 at the end of 3. It's not the sort of records and things that you'd want to mention, but we must have broken some records already in this game. Belgium with a 72 to 18 point lead at the end of 3. Well, here are the statistics. 0 from 13 from the three-point line, 6 from 42. Belgium shooting 67 and 40%.
Belgium team how balanced they are, because they took 24 two-point shots and 25 from three-point shots. Obviously it is as much as what the opponent allows you to play, but it's a great balance, and they've been hitting even the threes, shooting 40% from the three-point line and 67 from two-point. That's just a great performance after that crappy start into the game.
So, Pro has it. Just so you can be aware of the schedule, Belgium play again tomorrow at 2:30 against Japan, who just lost to Spain, which becomes a crucial matchup for Japan after the opening day loss. Puerto Rico have a really easy game tomorrow. They play Spain tomorrow evening. So that's one that they'll be looking forward to.
Yeah, playing the team from the home nation crowd in Santiago Arena. That's going to be a tough one, definitely.
Yeah, and
I just hope we're not going to see any more record broken in that game.
I was going to say, I can't believe, well, we keep saying Puerto Rico aren't this bad in terms of the performance. But the last thing you want to do after this is go and play Spain.
Absolutely agree with that, Mark.
And they off the glass for 2, still can't get a field goal, gets her own rebound, tries to go back up, needs a pass right now, somehow scoops it out. Rowan comes off the screen, stops and fires up the 2, knocks it down. Chavarral will reverse it to the second side. 2-3 zone now by Puerto Rico. Trying to change it up a little. Nice look to the inside out. Chaparral, someone shoot the ball, please. Line up, Chaparral's got to put it on the floor. She takes a tough one and drops it. They passed up some wide open looks to take that.
Yeah, Copper is a bit Showtime player. He loves that entertaining. And, you know, to be honest, give credit to her. It's a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you need to enjoy playing.
Melendez gets it inside. Whether he goes up, still can't get a field goal to drop. We'll have to earn them from the free throw line.
Personal foul, 14, that's her second personal foul, and 2 free throws.
Little replay of the, took it off the one bounce, floats it up, gets the drop. And this is a night that Yasmin Wathami is not going to want to remember, and nor are these Puerto Rican fans.
Not at all, and I'm pretty sure that she's a more capable player than what she's showing tonight.
Oh yeah, like, totally. You don't play in Liga Femenina 1 not being able to play. It's like anything that could have gone wrong for Puerto Rico has.
Yeah, it has.
They probably got lost on the way to the gym as well, so anything could have gone wrong. Ball will stay with Belgium. Melendez helpfully returns the ball. Still in the 2-3 zone.
We've seen this already. We've seen this. I'm not sure if I want to see it in this game.
I don't think they need that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
To be fair, they got exactly what they deserved. Breakaway loud. O'Neal gets the 2. Again, they hit the second side really effectively. Good. Slices through, whistle on the play.
Yeah, you gotta penetrate into the zone and kick the ball, but Capriol is a little bit overholding the ball against that zone because they've been changing strong and weak side with that skip pass so effectively so far. So I don't really see a reason why they would need to dribble into it.
Now Belgium take the timeout. Coach Mastag might want to say something about Little Fried off the back of the defense at this point, but as you said, what you have with players who are experienced is that's what they are. You know, they're trying to entertain, they're trying to keep it interesting. But we said last year in Eurobasket that at times Marjorie Caparel was a little over dribbling, and other players came in and they were quicker with the ball. So, but again, Coach Mestag knows what he wants. He knows what he's going to get from players. So that's what he wants from him. He's getting it, and the fans love him.
Yeah, exactly. And we knew that she had a big games at Euros as well, and she really helped Belgium to get where they ended up basically in that tournament. So I think the Coach Mestag knows exactly who she is, and it's going to be completely up to him how long he's going to allow her to do it in this game, or if he's going to change the rhythm. And now we see that there's been some sub. Julie Almond's back on the court and substituting Caprio.
Almond's had a nice game. That really helps if you're a Puerto Rican fan.
I even liked last year Van Loo on that position when she took over.
Van Loo's been good in this game as well. They have depth and options. Here's Almond. Comes off the screen, pick and pop. Let's see that like skip pass. And the zone is looking more effective.
Absolutely, and back to that point guard position. Obviously, each player of that Belgium team has a different style in that position. So it allows Coach Magna to try different styles or play different way for Belgium reacting to the defenses.
Wow, that's Cara Liskins underlines with an exclamation mark the performance she's put on the floor tonight. Nice 2 from mid-range. Mendez has to find a pass, which she does. Tough one in the lane is no good, and Jennifer O'Neal will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Hannah that was a bit slow on her feet to allow her. Obviously, Jennifer O'Neill to penetrate to the middle. She's a quick player. You definitely need to anticipate as well what she's going to do.
She gave her the middle, didn't she? Once she gave her the middle, she was always at a disadvantage. O'Neill is short with the first. Make that 8 points for Jennifer O'Neill. Maldonado checks in for Yolanda Jones.
And we've seen some focused pressing now from Puerto Rico going back to zone defense. Not sure if they're trying to change the rhythm of Belgium or themselves right now at this stage of the game.
Oh, great work by Belobi to recover it. The free is short. Belobi gets a piece. Chance for Puerto Rico in transition. O'Neill gives it up. They line up. The three is short. They're on the glass. Maldonado comes up with the offensive rebound. Ramon in the lane with a little teardrop. 53-point margin, and that's because of Belgium quality as much as anything else. They played very, very relentlessly. Long two, feet on the line. Offensive rebound by Linskens. Armon tries to turn the corner, gets into the lane, kicks. They get the three away, is way off. Work on the glass.
At the right time.
Linskens again, she's everywhere.
Yeah. Right time, right position, she was there. But let's say pass.
Yeah, that's an assist. Romon has it, gives it up to O'Neill. Romon and O'Neill in the backcourt. Well, needs a pass. O'Neill lifts. 5 on the possession. Got to put it up. I don't know if she knows. She takes a tough one, hits nothing. And Belgium that's a pass.
Yeah,
that's a pass. Yeah, throw it on the far side of the ring. Let your teammate go get it.
She saw Linskens there under the rim, waiting for that pass for sure.
So I missed the foul as O'Neill put up the shot with no time on the clock. That's going to frustrate the Belgians. Makes the first. So O'Neill makes both. She gets into double digits. Julie Armon puts it on the floor, drops it inside. Foul line jump shot by Linskens is no good. Belobi can't get it on the glass, and Melendez will advance it. Gets it up to O'Neill. Moves it on. Melendez gets to the foul line, looks inside, no option. Wide open for three from deep. Great work by Jones on the glass off the miss from Gonzalez. Jones makes a sort of shovel pass, and they have to take the tough two, which O'Neill drops as she goes on to 12 personal. Belgium take the timeout. We've got a 51-point game here. And the Belgium level is dropping a little bit, and you can't really blame them.
No. I was just about to say that you can even see it on the stats right now. Puerto Rico leading in this quarter 12-9, and it's not quite typical for Belgium to leave the players wide open on the three-point lines and stuff. So yeah, we can't blame them in this game, but you want to still finish strong for tomorrow's game.
Crucial game for Belgium tomorrow. They'll face Japan. If Belgium wins, they'll guarantee at least a place in the playoff for the quarterfinals. But if they win, they could line up a winner-take-all showdown with Spain, which will be a game to savor in the first round.
And that would be, anyway, a great game to watch in this group phase. Belgium against Spain.
4:40 to go in the fourth. So Juliana will advance the basketball. We've got 4.5 to go. She looks to reverse it. Belobi makes the second side. Nice ball movement again by Belgium. They go inside, outside. Extra pass. Armand's wide open for three. That's short. And the ball will go to Puerto Rico. Again, they get the open three away. It's no good. Defensive rebound, a chance to run again. Elman has it. Looks for the open player, finds. Open look, Arman attacks the closeout, goes inside and misses the little reverse layup. Belobi fouls after missing the chance to rebound. Van Loo's going to check in for Delea, and Jana Ramon is going to check in for the Belgians.
Yep. At this stage of the game, we can see that Coach Mesdag keeping Mezeman on the bench, letting bench players basically take a lead role in this game for the fourth quarter.
Yolanda Jones on the free-throw line, makes the first. And there's a lane violation, which means Jones will get another attempt.
I'm not sure if she can't believe it or why that smile.
Van Loo is cold in the gym. I agree with her. She hasn't shot like she's cold. She shot like she's hot.
Yeah.
But, she's blowing those hands, a little bit of breeze from the air conditioning. And she has it out of bounds.
She has a great game, to be honest, today. 14 points so far, shooting.
They're going to reverse this through Ramon. No, they don't give it up. Capro has it on the floor again. Lebobi moves it on. Van Loo hits the corner. Capro. Van Loo open from the corner. In and out. Still looked a good stroke. Puerto Rico take the long two as they toe the line. Capro. They gap her. She doesn't look like she wants to shoot it from deep. Again, they move the ball, swing the defense, try and get in the gaps. Lebobi's fine. Van Loo. Three is away. They're almost running these last minutes or so. Trees like a three-point shooting drill. Not even looking to go inside the last few occasions.
Well, Van Loo now doubted herself a bit. Shooting really still high percentage. Oh, and that's the first field goal for Batman.
Well, they offer it to Van Loo, who says, I'll take it, but hits the back of the ring. Ball's kept alive. Capro has it. Gets the ball screen, slices through, in the lane for two is no good. And now Belgium, because I think it's because they've just relaxed a little much, have no rhythm. They're starting to miss shots you'd expect them to make.
Yeah.
But they're still rebounding, that's all that's sure. Caparel has it. Under 2 to go. The nightcap game of day 1 of the Women's World Cup here in Tenerife. Rail for 3 is off. They literally cannot buy a perimeter shot in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
They still have good looks, obviously, but if you get to the point that you can't make any long distance shots, you need to change it. You need to again get back to that high-low game and get some easy score from inside. And then you can come back again, obviously, for those shots.
Still can't get the perimeter game to go. Chance for Puerto Rico in transition. We've got 1:20 to go. All the way to the hoop for 2. Ramon gets the drop. Gonzalez off the glass. Belgium take a timeout.
I'm pretty sure Coach Mesdak won't be happy with this full quarter. You want to bring a good performance.
No, but it's now I think they're in a not a great place because they've lost that rhythm. It's almost he's gone deep to the bench. Everybody's playing. It's like I don't know what he's going to get from this last minute and 20 unless he's going to put something different on the floor. He's drawing stuff up, but 61% from 2 points for Belgium. Not quite as good, should we say, for Puerto Rico. And from the 3-point range, let's just not talk. Let's just not say it's 0 for 17.
Interesting to see if they're going to change their rhythm a little bit and not just settle for the long distance shots right now.
That's the thing, because you said in commentary the high-low pass was really effective, and it's like they've gone away from that. They also have gone inside to throw it out as well in terms of taking threes off penetration, not really trying to force it. And they definitely haven't stood around all night just passing it around, which is where they've got to in the last few minutes. Therefore, the percentages drop. But that's not going to detract from an incredibly professional performance so far by Belgium. Van Loo for 3 is off again, but at least that was off inside-outside work, and Belgium will retain possession. And because, well, I think they're saying because Puerto Rico had it and then fumbled it, they're going to get a 24.
No, we see official calling for 14.
No, it's gone back to a 14, which is definitely the right call, because I didn't really ever see Puerto Rico have possession. Capro inside, drops down the bounce pass, and there you go. Inside passing off penetration.
You can see how quality this team Belgium is. And the caller, Coach Mestak, obviously, he needed to say they need to change the rhythm, and straight away they're able again to play.
Below becomes high, and they reverse it. Ball will stay with Belgium with 36 seconds on the game clock, 9 seconds on the possession. They go inside, outside. Van Loo for 3, drops it.
It's important for her personally missing these previous 3 shots to get the last one in the game, or maybe last one, who knows, still 20 seconds to go.
Well, probably right at the Puerto Rico end with a free being made against them and Belgium going down and getting a steal. Sort of sums up the game. The Belgian fans are standing, the Belgian players are standing. It has been an outstanding performance by Belgium, and they're going to just walk this one off. And we are done on day 1 of the Women's World Cup here in Tenerife, and we are done with what must be a record performance for Belgium. They have dominated Puerto Rico from the opening tip and get the win 86-36. It's a 50-point margin. Puerto Rico somehow have to pick themselves up and play Spain tomorrow. Belgium will face Japan in this gym tomorrow afternoon. But after a messy first few minutes, the middle 30 for Belgium were just exceptional. They get the win. Just a tremendous performance by Belgium. A tough loss for Puerto Rico.
Tough. I'm happy during the halftime Puerto Rico picked up themselves a bit offensively, and even the last quarter they overplayed the Belgian Cats 18-14, which for them could be a bit, let's say, positive moment of the game, but it's hard to find any more in there as the Belgians really controlled the game, played what they wanted. They got in rotation almost every player, so really good performance from Belgium and quite promising beginning to the tournament from them. They had 29 assists, so it tells you how much they play as a team, and I already said it before the game that Belgium is one of the teams I love to watch them play, how much they share the ball, how much they see each other, and it just says it all. Manu, 17 points, she was quite sharp today from 3-point line. She scored 5 threes. Mazeman had another excellent performance, and she only played 21 minutes and scored 16 points, 14 rebounds, so double. Obviously, she also had 5 assists. She's making the others better as well. Great leading scorers. O'Neal, she was the only player, 12 points in double figures. Rosando, Roma and Pamela supported a little bit with that 9 in the second half, but very short today against the Belgium team.
Well, at least in this these highlights in the second half, Puerto Rico got going. You would hope Puerto Rico will, the pride will kick in and they'll want to show up and play better, and they have a nothing to lose game against Spain. That wasn't on the list of games they were going to win. So hopefully they'll have a chance to play with some pride and get a performance tomorrow, and then that'll set them up for a last game, which may be a chance to make 3rd place. And that might sound crazy, but in tournament play, you never know what's going to happen. All I know about this Belgium team, Teresa, is that they are a team that it's going to be an interesting game if they play Spain for a spot in the automatic quarterfinals. That's going to be a tough one for Spain, especially with the way that the inside player Belgium looked in this game. That's been a real pleasure to watch the Belgians, because you didn't want last year to be a one-off. You wanted the way they played to come out and play in the World Cup.
And they do have so much balance within the team. They have such great guards, point guards, bigs. So it's very hard for the teams to prepare the game plan for them. Obviously, there will be ways. The scouting's going to be done, but as you say, Spain won't have an easy game against them.
Well, the pleasing thing for them is that last year they were a little light. Last year they weren't that deep, so Miesman and Wouters were almost on their own. But Linskin is definitely playing at a different level this year. The fact that Wouters has not been in preparation too much because of some injury issues means that other players have had to step up. So they've arrived here with more balance, more players. So, especially on the inside, Spain are not the strongest they've ever been on the inside. So, well, it's going to be a tough one. Not quite as tough as Puerto Rico are going to feel right now. But they show a lot of personal pride in that second half. So you got to give Coach Batista and his charges some real credit for the fact they came out in the second half and put some numbers up that really did help Puerto Rico establish something from the game. In the other game, as we said, Spain got the win over Japan, so Belgium have a really nice set of games. They have a big game against Japan, win that, and they're set up for a winner-take-all tie against Spain. So the sort of schedule of games really has helped the Belgian Cats build into the competition. And what the other thing they've got is they have a great set of supporters that really do add. And there's one that tonight, the best supporter was Ann Wouters, and they win by 50, and they're going to bring Ann Wouters back in. So this team has some weapons. This team has, whether it has the real quality to go deep into this competition, well, you're going to find out in 2 games' time. So the schedule, there'll be a full day of games tomorrow, and then we have a day off. So we can enjoy Tenerife for a day, but for now, as we're going to get a look at Group C, Belgium and Spain at the top. Japan need to get that win tomorrow if they can over Belgium to get into the mix. But at the moment, Puerto Rico prop everybody else up. They're back on the floor tomorrow against Spain in the nightcap game in Group C. So for now, at the end of day 1 from Tenerife, it's good night.